Hi, we're Mr. and Mrs. Runner, and we thought we'd share with you some of our running adventures in 2025. So here goes. You'll have to bear with us because some of us tech's a bit basic.
So, who are we? I'm Emma, Mrs. Runner.
And I'm Nick, Mr. Runner.
We both work. We have two kids and a dog, and often it's quite difficult to fit everything in and juggle our running with our lives. But we're both running addicts now, and we realise just how important it is to make sure we do it.
We need to stress before we get any further that we're not experts at any of this. We're addicted to running, we enjoy doing it, but we certainly aren't experts in any of it. There's people that run further than us, there's people that run faster than us. But we felt we'd share some of our adventures as a variety of road running and trail running.
We sometimes take our dog Loco with us running, particularly on the trail runs, and I'm sure that you'll be meeting her at some point soon.
We started running in 2022, initially just doing short local road running, no races at that point. Then eventually ended up getting involved in races at short distance. Moved on to longer distances, half marathons, marathons, and as you can see with Emma's t-shirt, she's got her ultra marathon t-shirt on and I've got my marathon t-shirt on. Presently run around 5 to 6 times a week, and I think I'm averaging about 30 miles a week. Are you about saying,
Yeah,
Em?
about 30, yeah.
30 miles a week.
So now as we move into 2025, we've got a few events planned, and we'll also be doing a few training runs that we're also allowed to bring you along with. You can probably hear Loco outside barking at a cat. Apologies for that.
So events that we've got booked so far, we'll not go through all of them, but we've both entered the Maverick Peaks Ultra, which we did last year. Emma's doing 100k, which is just absolutely mental, the furthest that you've ever run that.
A little bit scary that, yeah.
And I'm entering the 50k, which I did last year, but I ran it with an injury, pretty steady. I was supposed to be supporting you, helping you along, and in the end you helped me along, didn't you? So I feel like I've got some unfinished business with that one.
So also this year I have got a spot as a solo runner in Endure 24 at Leeds, which is basically seeing how many 5 mile laps you can do in a 24-hour period. I kind of accidentally got a place on this. I went on the waiting list, and then within a couple of weeks I'd got a spot. So I felt really compelled that I should do it. So that's also going to be quite a challenge.
And we've both also entered the Coniston 14 race, a hell of a lot shorter than what you've just mentioned
Yeah.
there, where it's a race run around Coniston Lake in the Lake District, and we're both big fans of Lake District and both really looking forward to that one.
Whilst we've entered some long distance races in 2025, we're also working towards some shorter distance goals. I am currently training to get a sub 24-minute 5k, which I have done. I've run 24:10 back in June 2023, and to be honest, that pace feels like a long way off. My training's been a bit derailed over the Christmas period because I had a bit of a stumble. Nick claims that I was drunk. I had a drink, but I've slipped and I've banged my knee, which has kind of upset my training for about a week and a half, and it's still not 100%, but it is getting better. As you'll probably discover from watching us, we do like craft beer, so the craft beer features quite heavily at the end of our training runs. If we're out and about doing a trail run, we like to end in a tap room. So, it's although we do like to run, we still like to drink beer.
So that's Emma's short distance plan. My shorter distance plan is 10k in sub 40, which is something I've done before, but it feels like it's a long way off at the minute. So we've entered North Lincolnshire 10k, March time.
Yeah,
I'm rubbish with dates.
towards the end of March.
Towards the end of March. So I'm using Garmin Runcoach for that to try and get me down below 40 minutes, and I'll be sharing some of my exploits on my plan a little bit later on. So in 2024, we did quite a variety of surfaces, trail, tarmac, different races that we entered. And we've just come out of the Christmas period. So my watch has been telling me that I've had a low HRV all Christmas, mainly through drinking beer, I think, whatever a low HRV means, and that I've had a training readiness of 1 out of 100. Again, whatever that means. I do know that I spent quite a bit of time sound settee with a hangover during Christmas.
So Nick's told you what we've been doing in 2024. So now we'll share with you a little bit about what we've done in the first week of 2025.
Happy New Year to everybody. I thought I'd take you along this morning on my run. My name is Emma and I am half of Mr. and Mrs. Runner. Today I'm just on a bit of a trail run, probably aiming to do about 6 miles. It's just in the local area where I live on some farmers' fields. It's a beautiful morning. It's very, very cold, but thankfully the ground is frozen solid. This is Loco. She is a Labrador Cocker Spaniel cross. She's 3 years old. She's slightly bonkers. She comes with us on a lot of our runs, and she likes to go in bogs, and she also likes to roll in fox poo. So I'm sure at some point you might get to see that joy. So I need to go a bit careful here because all these puddles are frozen, and I've already got a bust knee from a bit of a drunken misdemeanour before Christmas. So hopefully I don't stack it on here, and to be honest it's not quite as frozen as it was, it's just a bit slippy now, so there might be a fall incoming. So at the minute I am training for a quicker 5k time, but I'm also trying to keep my long runs into double figures because I've got a couple of ultras coming up later in the year. So today is just really, the purpose of it is to see how my knee copes on uneven ground, because I think if I've got an injury, this sort of ground will definitely highlight it. So tomorrow I'm hoping to go and do a 10-mile plus trail run somewhere with the dog, and I'm a bit unsure about where to go yet because I'm getting lots of conflicting weather reports. so it's just going to be a matter of maybe seeing in the morning. So we could be heading out to Penistone or possibly Peak District. So hopefully I should be able to show you some much more scenic views. Well, I'm about a mile left away from home, so I'll say goodbye to you now, and thank you very much for joining me. Bye bye. So I'm back from my run. It was just over 6 miles, and the jury's still out about the 10-mile plus run tomorrow. We're just gonna have to see how it goes. Knee feels okay at the moment, but we'll have to see how it goes for the rest of the day. So fingers crossed it holds up and I can get out again tomorrow. Thank you very much for joining me today, and hope to see you again soon.
Happy New Year, everybody. So this is my first run of 2025. And as I mentioned, my training plan at the minute is attempting to run 10k in 40 minutes. It's something I've done before, but not for a while. I'll be honest, that pace feels a bit unachievable. It's been more about distance. So, part of the plan that I'm in with the Garmin Runcoach at the minute is I'm in build phase. So there's build, pace, and taper. So build is all about building, as it says, building your base fitness, and then it throws some intensive exercises in there. Well, today it's one of the intense ones. It's VO2 max. Now, I've never done a VO2 max run before. It's 10 minutes warm up, and then it's 9 2-minute bursts at 6-minute 15 pace. Now, that's not something that feels comfortable at the minute, and I'm really worried about this run. There's 1 minute recovery between each, and then there's a 10-minute cool down at the end. So see what that feels like. I'm not looking forward to this one. Wish me luck. Well, I just got back from a VO2 max session. That were incredibly hard. Felt quite easy for the first couple of stints. I had 9 to do. Middle ones, yeah, felt okay. Started to tire. That last one, my legs were absolute jelly. To a point where I felt like any uneven bit of tarmac or just any bumps and road were going to take me down, because I just didn't feel like I had strength in my legs. But then saying that, on cool down, once I'd started to recover a bit on that, I felt strong again. So there we go, it's complete, it's in bag. See what next intense part of my base run is. I also forgot to mention that I got an attainment score of 74%, so that means that I was on target for 74% of my run. Now we're obviously hoping for a bit higher. I think the hardest bit I found was I was too fast, believe it or not, in some of the sections, and it's so hard to look down, check your watch, keep on track in them short bursts when you're pushing so hard. So yeah, 74%, quite pleased with that, but could have been better. So that was our first week of 2025.
Thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you again soon.
Bye!
Bye!